Julia's Aunt Sherri came to visit our class today, and she was born in Indiana, but she's lived the last number of years in Australia. She has dual citizenship, and she decided to take an adventure. The last 3 years, she's ridden her motorcycle across the world. She's gone on an adventure, so we're going to follow the adventure. And I'll try and zoom in for you so you can see all the places on the map. She started in Australia, where she lives, right there, drove across the continent, took a ferry up to Japan, went over to South Korea, China, and then went up to Vladivostok, Russia, through part of Siberia, down through Russia, the wilderness, through Mongolia. Continued across the Russian continent, country, the Asian continent. Came in here through Estonia, went up to Finland, over the Baltic Sea, hit part of Sweden, down through Germany, a little bit of Czech Republic, Austria, Hungary, Serbia, Romania. She hit Montenegro, Greece, Turkey, Italy, Estonia, Spain, Portugal, France, the Netherlands, left, went to England, flew over to the U.S., it landed in Nova Scotia, drove through Canada, came down here, visited her family. It was in 2011. Went through the northern U.S., up through Canada, past Banff. She went up to the Arctic Circle, turned around and came back. She went down to Anchorage, went inland, and then she decided to take a ferry through the passage through here so she could see the glaciers and the whales. Traveled down the western coast of the U.S. and the Baja Peninsula, ferried over to the Mexican mainland, went across Mexico to Mexico City, through all the Central American, most of the Central American countries, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama. Had to ferry from Panama to Cartagena, Colombia, through Ecuador. She did end up going. She went over to the Galapagos Islands and visited. Went down through Peru, Chile, back up through Bolivia, and in Brazil. She rode her motorcycle through the Amazon and then took a 4-day boat ride down the Amazon River to the city here on the ocean side. Went through Brazil, Salvador, Rio, Sao Paulo, down through Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, to the tip, and then came back up through Uruguay, and just recently sent her bike on a ship, on an airplane, back to New Zealand, where she will continue her trip here shortly. She'll drive through New Zealand from tip to tip, have it transported back to Australia, and it will be 3 years from start to end. And in between this long flight back, she came up here to visit her family in Indiana and spent time in our class. And we thank her for teaching us all about her travels and making the world a little smaller for all of us.